Today I received USB adapters from RetroUSB so that I can connect my NES and N64 controllers to my PC and run emulators and ROMs that way. So as you can see, I'm opening the packages right there. Pull out the 64 adapter. And here comes the NES adapter. And again, these are from RetroUSB, I believe .com. I'm going to kind of review them a little bit and see how well they work with the emulators and such. From what I understand, they're supposed to be plug-and-play, so we're going to test that theory on Ubuntu 16.04 with mednafen for my NES and Super Nintendo emulator. And there I am plugging in the N64 controller with no problem at all, slides right in. You'll see that I don't have that luck with the NES controller. And also for the N64 emulator, I'm using Mupen 64 Plus. And here we go, opening the NES port. Definitely using the right tool for the job, giant tin snips. Didn't need that trash. Alright, so here we go. We're finally going to test the NES controller. And you'll see that I struggle quite a bit here for several seconds. It does not go in easy at all. They could have designed this a little better. Eventually I find out that if you start from the bottom and kind of rock it in, it goes in with a little bit of a struggle. And these are original NES and N64 controllers. Alright, so we're going to test the NES controller with mednafen first. Or start up some Super Mario All-Stars, or excuse me, some Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And try and hold the controller in such a manner that you can see the buttons that I'm pressing. And as you can see, it's not doing anything. So this controller is in fact not just plug and play. So let's try the N64 controller with Mupen. I like my custom paint job there on the controller. Actually painted an entire N64 the same and put a Raspberry Pi in it. Alright, so let's test out Ocarina of Time, of course. And again, I'll hold the controller so you can see it. And you can see that the buttons do in fact work. So the N64 controller was plug and play. Here you can see that the stick is a little bit too sensitive, so I'm going to have to work that out in the future. And you can see the buttons do work, but I'm going to play through to finding the Kokiri sword, and then I'll go try and figure out the settings for the NES controller. This is the worst part about Ocarina of Time. The cinematics take forever. I'll just fast forward through this though. And I had to play this part at full speed because it's kind of funny. Dunk. And here we go. Alright, let's go test out some controls and see if we can get the Kokiri sword. Not that that's hard to do, but let's do a backflip off of here once Soraya is done. Backflip works perfectly fine. Z targeting works. Left and right work. Back and forward work. See, all the buttons and the control stick and everything works. The stick is a little sensitive, so it's hard to get into this little tunnel. And I'm a little out of practice. I haven't played this game in a long time, so I suck at this part. I hit this boulder about 3 times. Maybe twice. And again, the sensitive stick. I can't open this chest. Do-do-do-do-do. See here, the pause menu is a little bit messed up, but that's okay, that's handleable. Now let's go roll into this boulder. There we go. Get some coins so we can buy our shield and hit the boulder. Got in the tunnel a little easier that time. I'll play around with some sword movements here. Just to show that everything is actually working. Alright, now let's go back and try the NES controller now that I figured out how to set it up. Set up the buttons and everything. It was Alt-Shift F1, I think it was. Alt-Shift 1. And it just goes through and tells you what buttons to hit for what, and you can see I'm doing this on screen here. I messed up the left there, so just gotta hit an extra couple of times. And it has Rapid B and Rapid A, and I just hit random keys on the keyboard for that. And again, we're playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I'm just gonna fight Glass Joe here. I'm gonna try to get the 42-second flat knockout, but you'll see that I fail it. And I missed up right there. Should be able to hit 3 times. Messed up again. 30 seconds, you wait for him to go back, and then hit him uppercut. And it should be 42 flat. But he actually stands up. So I was a frame late or a frame early. So there's no point in continuing on with this fight. You can see that the controllers are both responsive and work very well for both emulators. So the NES controller just took a bit of setting up. So overall I'm happy with it. And whoops. I'm working on a display on screen so you can see what buttons I'm pressing. So in the future there will be a little view pad there. So if you got anything out of this or liked it, please do like and subscribe. If not, feel free to not. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in future videos.